real.
Butter. I see dead people.
I thought you weren't insane anymore.
Yeah, I'm actually a thing. I'm a being.
My eyeballs could have been sucked from their sockets.
Maybe it'll all just go away. Like a bad dream.
I doubt it.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Coming to you from the dimly lit employee break room of the fabulous family-owned and operated Theodore Brothers Theater on the garbage-strewn outskirts of a minor American city, this is the Real Buttercast. I'm Peter Theodore.
I'm Theodore Theodore, out on bail.
Bail?
I'm Amanda
Yeah,
LeBlanc.
after the little incident last week.
Oh, yeah.
With David Duchovny's people.
Oh, yeah, because you were right outside of his house, right?
Yeah. They're not pressing charges or anything.
Remember when I called that last episode?
Yeah, I seem to remember that, yeah.
Remember when I was like, oh, you're going to get arrested?
Yeah, I feel like this is a situation where you can definitely say, I told you so.
Oh, he knows.
Okay, well, I thought you would have more class and maybe not bring that up.
Have more class? You're the one who brought it up. You're back from bail.
Yeah.
Who says that in their intro?
Yeah, I mean, someone who's...
Well, because I called you for the money and you didn't answer.
Right, yeah, I rejected it. I remember hitting the decline.
Yeah, I mean, I don't answer calls that I don't know. I actually got a phone call today from someone I didn't know, and I just let it go, and then I thought to myself, what if it was like someone...
Help me, please, I don't know who
from,
to
like,
call.
A number that wasn't their own number, and I just, like, totally ignored them. But then I was like, well, then they'll leave a message, you know? They didn't leave a message, it was a telemarketer.
See, I've been doing that for years, but it turns out my mailbox had been full for like 5 years. I'm like, oh, that's probably why I'm not getting any.
I should delete. I should go through my voicemail box. I do that creepy thing, sad thing where I save voicemails from people that I.
Yeah, you never know if they're just gonna like croak on you, and you're like, oh, they asked for groceries. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think about it.
But the only thing I get is just Theo just calling me, wanting money.
Yeah.
So I figured, why re-say it? Just let the mailbox sit there.
Yeah.
Just let them. Yeah, pretty much. Guys, we saw The Gentlemen. I thought it was something different. I thought it was gonna be like
Men that were very kind.
Oh yeah, just
soft.
Yeah, indubitably, yes.
Yeah. No, not at all. These were not gentle.
Yeah, I think they're the opposite. I would say they were. What's the opposite of gentle?
Rough.
Rough men. Oh God, the rough men.
The rough men.
They weren't exactly gentlemen. They were more geezers.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a mix between just being like a monster, or just being a douche canoe, or being I don't know a maid or something. And then there's some of them were kind of classy, but they also turned out to be weasels.
They all made me laugh. Like,
oh my gosh!
All of those characters were hilarious. I really loved Charlie Hunnam's character, the main guy Raymond, who was just like
human. It's pronounced human.
Oh, isn't it? It's human. Isn't it Hunnam?
He's a human.
No, I don't think that's what. I think it's Hunnam or Hunnam. I don't know. Whatever. He's blonde. He almost played Mr. Grey in the 50 Shades of Grey movies, but he didn't. I never have seen them, but whatever.
Yeah, me either.
But anyway, he was like a really particular person who like, I don't know, he just like clearly liked things a very certain way and didn't really want to get his hands dirty, but he's like, Matthew McConaughey's body man basically, so he's gonna get his hands dirty a few times, but it was just made me laugh.
It was I was surprised in how.
Did you call him his body man?
Yeah, isn't that what it's called? Like
his bodyguard.
Body man is also a word for it though, right?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Oh,
never heard that?
It's totally a word.
It's kind of like the guy.
Body man.
Because he's not just a bodyguard,
Meat
really.
shield?
He just kind of like takes care of things for him,
I like meat shield.
Ew. I don't like that at all.
Why?
He's not a meat shield. He has a brain.
Well, yeah, his brain's meat.
He just like takes care of
everything's meat.
He's like his right-hand guy.
It's all meat. Brain is meat.
Okay, I get it. Thank you.
He's his meat man.
Stop. I also
Can
really
we call you
loved.
on that, Peter?
I loved.
I'm gonna make t-shirts. We'll make t-shirts instead of all is meat. Brain is meat.
What kind of... That came out of my mouth, man.
Yeah.
That meat.
Thanks for that enlightening conversation. Definitely learned a lot.
Bizarre.
I was going to say I also liked Fletcher.
Oh,
who is
yeah.
Hugh Grant's character who plays the slimy PI who is like gleeful to tell Raymond everything.
I mean, he was kind of the narrator.
Yeah,
so,
it's great. Like I kind of
it
really
worked out.
liked that storytelling feature of the movie. It was like he's telling the story, but it's also like still happening. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, lots of action, lots of thrill, lots of, being on the edge of your seat. I was fully reclined, but, metaphorically, I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, Theodore Brothers Theater has those nice reclining seats.
Oh, yeah. Nice lazy Susans. You can actually turn them now. You can face the other way and stare at the person behind you if you wanted to.
That's absolutely not true.
What have you done?
It's true. If they're throwing popcorn at you, you can just press the button and slowly swivel and just look at them.
That would be pretty funny.
And they can just get off their phone or whatever they're doing.
Just make them uncomfortable.
And just swivel back. I thought of everything, man.
It's worth
It's all meat.
2 whole minutes of the movie because you're swiveling.
It's all meat.
It's all meat, man. I was genuinely surprised on how much I enjoyed the movie. I thought it wasn't gonna be like that good.
Really?
Yeah.
I had high hopes for it because I really enjoyed The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which is a movie he made in 2015 that's based on a really old TV show about an American spy and a Russian spy coming together during the Cold War to, work together to, basically they're fighting against,
bad
other people. And, they hate each other because it's during the Cold War, but they're still, working together. They still, they're enemies, but they have a greater enemy that they want to defeat. And that movie was hilarious, and, his production, design is really cool. The costumes are always really good. So I had really high hopes that this movie was going to be like that, and it was certainly great.
You okay? You digging through chips again, dude?
Yeah, what's going on over there? We can hardly hear anything.
I don't know.
It's very loud.
It's kind of an old rotary phone that the hotel has.
They put nuts. They put nuts in the phone. You're rattling around.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, Guy Ritchie, huh?
Yep.
Yeah,
he shot out of the gate in 1998 with Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. That was a good one. You guys seen that?
Nope.
Fantastic. It's fantastic.
I was a very small child.
I'd say if you like The Gentleman, you need to see Lock, Stock, and you need to see its follow-up, Snatch.
Yeah.
That's the one with that one guy in it, right?
Yeah, Jason Statham, Brad Pitt.
See, I knew that.
Vinnie Jones.
Also had that.
Benicio del Toro's
Yeah, it had that chick in there, right? That one lady.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't.
Yeah, there might be a lady in there.
I don't know. I'm just moving along.
It's mostly about these kind of characters, crime characters, and then he married Madonna, and it all went downhill. Yeah, we got Swept Away in 2002, a quote-unquote romantic comedy where Madonna and some Italian guy get stuck on an island and kind of mess around with each other. I don't know. It's terrible. That was followed up by a bizarre a movie called Revolver, which has Jason Statham, and then Guy Ritchie kind of took his crime thing and then smashed it together with his new Kabbalah interests and tried to make it very profound, and it's so stupid. It's like a kid who discovered a philosophy book and wants to make a movie about it. I don't know.
What was that one called?
Revolva. That's in 2005. But then 3 years later, he kind of came back with Rock and Rolla, which is okay.
Was he trying to rhyme with his movies?
Revolva and Rock and Rolla?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I hardly know her. Yeah, Rock and Roll is pretty good. It's not as good as Snatch or Lock, Stock, but he was kind of almost coming back. Yeah. It's got Gerard Butler. It's got Idris Elba, Tom Hardy.
Oh.
Kind of cool. All before they were famous.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say that was like, he's kind of halfway in the doorway, if all the way through the door is like, making it?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was his first comeback.
Right. Like being all the way in.
And then he put out the 2 Sherlock Holmes films with Robert Downey Jr.
Love those. Hilarious.
Yeah, they're great fun.
Great fun.
Great fun indeed. Mm-hmm. Where he put his signature fast-paced and wacky dialogue and cool camera moves onto Sherlock Holmes. And then he did The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which Amanda likes.
Yeah, which it actually bombed.
Yeah, so it was just Amanda.
But it's like a good movie. It's like I think it's great. I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's Alicia Vikander and Armie Hammer and Henry Cavill. And Henry Cavill is not my favorite, but he has an American accent.
Henry Cavill is meat.
He is meat.
I mean, I'm looking at his face right now. He's just
people are
suit.
Absolutely loving him in The Witcher on Netflix. Just crazy about it. From what I see online, which, whatever. It's based on a video game. I probably won't watch it. That sounds like nothing I want to see. But you know what? Good for him. If he hasn't had a good hit for a while. You got Rose for Superman.
He's not likable at all. He plays the creepiest Superman of all time.
I've never seen his Superman. I don't think I've ever seen a Superman movie. But
well, there you go. There you have it.
I don't
Super thug.
He's not very likable at all.
Super meat.
He's a big thug.
Matt Bomer is a much better version of Henry Cavill.
So weird.
They look very much alike.
So then, alright, so Guy Ritchie followed that up with King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Also a bomb. With,
Charlie Hunnam.
With that guy, with Human Charlie.
It's not human.
He's human.
He's not human?
His last name is not human.
Is he like a CGI person, or?
I'm not taking part in this conversation anymore.
His last name is Alien.
Yeah. That's his real last name. He changed it when he became an actor.
Yeah.
You sound too alien, Charlie. Can we change your name? Yeah, how about Charlie Human? Yeah, let's go.
You change it to Meat? Meat?
Yeah.
Mr. Meat?
Meat.
Oh, God.
Alright, and then, let's wrap this up. 2019. Guy Ritchie makes his most profitable film, Aladdin.
Oh, man, that nightmare fuel.
Which I did not see.
Oh, I saw it for the poops and giggles, and I'll tell you, I did not poop, but I giggled a lot at everything. I pooped after.
I don't want to say I don't know. I don't think anyone else should play the genie but Robin Williams. That's my 2 cents that I have there.
Well, and then obviously we got The Gentleman, also 2019 technically.
I think, yeah.
And then he's announced that he's making a movie called Cash Truck.
Yeah.
With Jason Statham.
Cash Truck.
With who?
With Jason Statham.
Oh.
Nice.
It's a remake of a French film.
About a truck made out of cash?
Yeah, literally, I can only infer that, Peter.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds great. You know what you're getting into? It's a movie about a truck filled with cash.
Cash
That's all
truck.
you need to know. Cash truck.
Or they could call it Truck Filled with Cash.
It kind of sounds like a fake movie, like
It's not as catchy.
It's just called, like, car chase, or, like, football game. Like, just, like, the most generic title of what's happening.
Good Time? You ever see that one?
No, well, yeah, but I think that's, like, a good name for it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Spider-Man?
No, it's not. I don't think... Oh, you know what?
I don't have any of these.
You're annoying me today. I think we should just end this.
Meatman.
What is your rating?
My rating, right after the movie ended, I gave it a 4 out of 5, and honestly, I would still give it that. I told you I was going to let it, ferment, and I would really think about it, and I thought about it. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it. I forgot about my life,
Yeah, I probably would give it a 4 out of 5, too. I didn't get bored.
I think I'd see it again, honestly.
Yeah, I'd probably see it again. I would. Not in the theater, probably, but,
Right now. I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right.
Theo, what would you give it?
I'm going to give it a good 3. It was a good time. And he almost got back to the glory of his first 2 movies.
Wait, hold on. Can you talk that high? Can you talk really high from now on for the rest of the segment when you went, Jeez, never mind. Put it back. Never mind.
You're blowing out everyone's eardrums right now. No more.
How are you able?
We're moving on. We'll be back.
Real.
Butter.
Okay, Butterheads. Peter told me that I'd be doing this 1 minute with Matt thing. I don't really know what this is, but we have Matt here, and he's gonna review what movie?
Well, there's The Gentleman, and then I also saw Bad Boys 2 on the same day.
So, I thought you were reviewing 1 minute for 1 minute, and it's one movie.
Well, with your permission, I was wondering if I could do like a little quick blurb. Take about maybe 2 seconds.
Do you think that's what Peter would want?
Well, no, but I figured
Okay,
since this is your first, I figured we should start off with a bang.
Well, as long as he disapproves, I'll go with it.
Sounds like a plan.
So, alright, Matt, you have 1 minute to review The Gentleman. Go.
So, quick blurb about the Bad Boys, one of the top 3 trilogies. I'm tying it with John Wick trilogy and Lethal Weapon 1, 2, and 3.
And you're talking about Bad Boys?
5 explosion mats out of 5.
Wow, that's a lot.
Now, for Gentlemen, wow. Where do I begin? Guy Ritchie, he hasn't had a hit in about... Well, they've been good, but you can tell there's something missing. There's no grit. The comedy's only half there, and this is that comedy we've been wanting for 12 years. It's just awesome. And Matt McConaughey, if there's a way to say he's had a second reconnaissance, this is it. I just hope he keeps going with this and does not end up with another Serenity. If we can avoid that at all costs. 5 mats out of 5.
Wow,
Gritty mats out of 5.
So you're very generous.
Oh yeah, this has been a great week.
Okay, so it's not a pattern, and you actually do 5 out of 5 for every single movie.
I've had a couple 3s. I've had a 1.
Because if
I had
that's
a
the
0.
case, okay, because if that was the case, then I would just totally disregard your opinion altogether, because that's just ridiculous. Not every single movie can be 5 out of 5. Are you kidding me?
That's why this is the top film of the year so far for me.
Wow.
And Bad Boys, as far as action films go, action 5 out of 5.
So everything is 5 out of 5.
For those 2, yes.
Okay.
I had 2 1s. I had The Turning. How do you mess up the 8th version of a thing? And my 0 is Gretel and Hansel. Everything was great, but the story. And how do you mess up a story that's so good? 500 years of greatness, and you mess it up.
I thought it was Hansel and Gretel. Why'd they change the name?
They wanted to be different, so they reversed the order.
That's stupid.
That's what all the customers thought as we were all talking about it when we left.
Well, I guess in that moment, the customer was right.
Oh, yeah.
Only in that moment. Okay. I think we're done now, so... Bye,
nice to meet you, Poppy. You're really cool.
I know.
The real Buttercast. The real Buttercast. For a comedy review show, you gotta act stupid sometimes.
I'm stupid all the times.
Stop. Literally, why?
Why what?
Why are you being like this?
It's how it was written, man. I don't know.
Okay. Welcome back. We're back.
Oh yeah. Hey guys. What's up?
Hey.
We're doing a quiz.
Quiz time.
Yeah. That Theodore has so graciously put together for us. And we're going to have a great time doing it.
That's right.
Let's go.
All right, so this is going to be a Cockney rhyming slang quiz. So just try and think about what these phrases rhyme with,
what is
and
this
then try
again?
to make a logical jump.
Say it slower. Say it slower.
What is this?
Okay, Cockney rhyming slang. It developed in the 19th century in southern London. All right.
Okay.
And basically it was a way to hide what they were saying by playfully rhyming things.
Okay.
So one of the classic rhyming apples and pears meaning stairs.
What?
Right? So Peter, go and climb the apples and stairs.
It doesn't even make sense.
Wait, what is that? Can you say it again?
Have you never heard of Cockney rhyming slang?
Literally, never.
Oh, man. All right, well,
we
Guy
told
Ritchie
you
uses
this.
it extensively in his films since they feature inner-city Londoner criminals. And that's why we're having this quiz.
I can't. Oh,
Can you repeat the first example again? Because, I missed. I don't know if I understand.
Apples and pears. As a slang for the stairs.
Why don't they just say the stairs?
What relation?
Apples and pears is longer than the stairs. It's not even a shortened version.
It's not slang.
Oh my gosh.
All right, and you could say frog and toad for the road.
No, absolutely. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Who's ever said?
Oh, come on.
I don't get it. Why?
Frog and toad. They say that instead of the road. Yeah, I just crossed the frog and toad.
So, for instance, as a slang for fart, you could rhyme it with raspberry tart, but then it's shortened down to raspberry. See?
Is that where we get blowing a raspberry comes from?
Yeah.
What? When you go when you blow on your skin and
Yeah.
Okay.
So, using that as your model, can you guess where the slang Richard is? I took a Richard.
Oh my god.
Richard?
I just went upstairs and took a Richard.
Is this a poop?
Take a poop?
Yeah, so Richard being Richard the Third, and third rhymes with...
Turd?
Yeah!
Oh.
Now you're getting it.
Do they have nothing else to do over there? They're just rhyming.
I mean, it was the 19th
Frog
century.
and toad.
It was the 1800s, so probably not.
Oh my gosh.
They're getting
Let's
drunk
keep
and
these
thinking of this.
coming. This is great.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm enjoying these.
You know, you've probably heard trouble and strife for wife. Maybe?
I mean, I've heard of trouble and strife, but I didn't know that was a slang word for wife.
Sugar and spice?
Because it's literally...
Sugar and spice for nice?
And everything nice?
Or is that something else?
I don't know. What's the next one?
Okay.
I don't know that one.
Let me see what's good.
Just keep them coming, man. Pump them out.
Okay, so bread. You got any bread for me, Peter?
Money?
Right, because bread and honey.
That scoff you did. Oh, get it?
Oh my
That's
gosh.
right, my old China.
I mean, bread is still a common term.
Yeah, I've heard of bread being used for money.
That was an easy one.
How about
Let's
calling
get
you
this bread.
Yeah.
my old China?
What?
Hello,
What?
Peter, my old China.
My old timer, my good friend.
China.
Yeah, is it
Yeah,
friend?
it does actually. It means friend. You're getting that from the. I should be giving you so much context clues, but that comes from China, which China plate, which rhymes with mate.
Oh my god, they were so bored.
Literally.
They were so bored back then.
Because, like, these words are no shorter, or, than, like, the original word.
They were just trying to
Even once you shorten it from
They're trying to
China
make you think.
plate, is like, China is a longer word than mate.
Indeed it is.
I, like, literally, it's just, like, baffling to me. But, like, okay.
Oh, man. I thought
I guess our slang would probably be really stupid to
Right.
people in the 1800s, I guess.
Getting lit.
Yeet.
Yee. I mean, they may have used that in the West. Yee.
Yeehaw! Yeehaw, okay. I don't think they
Yee.
Yee. What's another one? I don't know.
Let's see. Can you put some... Oh, my God. I've got some potatoes. You want to put some Army and Navy on them?
Gravy?
Gravy.
I was gonna say, couldn't even say it. Army and Navy.
That is
Don't
just...
get it.
It's just bizarre.
Just pass the gravy, dude.
Yeah, literally.
What's with the Army and Navy talk?
Yeah,
What's going on? What are you trying to say? Oh, man.
It's to make things kind of, to make it their own little language and to hide things from the coppers, maybe.
Gotta hide their gravy.
Hide the
Yeah,
gravy,
so
dude.
just, pour yourself a glass of satin and silk.
Milk?
Yeah. It's my guess, yeah.
Could have just said milk. What I'm thinking.
Probably half the time. No, let's face it. These are probably like 4 dudes who like convinced everyone that this was a thing like 20 years
No, man,
in the
this
future.
This is the new thing. I
Like
swear.
this is how we talked back then.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, really?" And we're like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
But in reality, it's like 4 guys saying it and everyone's like, "What are you talking about?"
That's funny.
Past the what?
I wonder. I would like to say. I wonder if this is where Silk almond milk was named. Maybe potentially. Silk, the brand.
Maybe. I mean,
yeah.
they are referencing sort of the silky texture of milk when it goes down, so maybe
I was watching.
Similar.
This is kind of a side note, but it's relevant. I was watching like a compilation of Super Bowl commercials today, and one of
Excellent.
them
Good.
I had never seen this one before, but it was an E-Trade commercial. No, was it E-Trade? No, it was from Mint, like Mint Personal Finance software.
Not a sponsor.
I mean, we'll gladly accept them, but not a sponsor. But they were it was like about chunky milk, and that was just like the gag of the commercial was like they were drinking chunky milk, and they were pouring it into a glass, and then they were like drinking these full glasses of chunky milk and like chewing it, and it was just like, that is just wrong. But if you think about it, cottage cheese is kind of like chunky milk. But
Yep.
you still don't drink it.
But
like,
chunky milk is gonna like make you puke.
oh man, it looked really nasty, and like I was, I'm especially nauseous.
Oh god.
And I was just like, I can't watch that.
I mean, from what I've heard, because I've never experienced chunky milk, because I've never wanted to consume it, nor have I
Like
really.
sour milk,
yeah.
that's really sour and
Right,
curdled.
like I've seen people puke before, like
Yeah.
immediately.
I've done it
Projectile vomiting.
oh my gosh, it is pretty gross.
Yeah.
I have like maybe 3 times in my
God,
life.
it made me
I
sick.
do have a bad habit. Well, I have lived alone for a long time, but I have a bad habit of drinking from my milk carton.
Mm-hmm.
And like I have done it maybe 3 times where you take a drink and it's like sour, and you don't know it's sour until you drink it, and then it's just like the worst taste, and it's just everywhere, and you just like want to get it out of your mouth as soon as possible. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to derail the conversation.
I'm lactose intolerant, so I
yeah.
just drink almond milk. I don't got to worry about this chunky business.
Yeah, I mean, what if they accidentally left a couple whole almonds in there? Wouldn't that be nasty?
I'd find it hilarious. I wouldn't even complain to anyone. I'd just start chewing it.
Almond.
That's a good picture, honestly. Some almonds like sprinkled on top of your almond milk, just like whole almonds floating. Nuts float, right?
I don't know, do they?
Oh man!
Okay. All right, we gotta end this.
I can't.
Thanks for the rhyming slang. It will keep me up tonight.
Yeah.
Well, just don't move, listeners. Stay in your lions' lairs, and don't be a lump of school. Keep listening.
What?
Welcome back to the Real Buttercast.
Yep.
I feel so welcomed.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Good. Welcome you, and all of you.
And you.
Today, we're going to be talking about the 5 best British crime capers.
Why are you talking so? Something happened the last time we cut here? What happened to you?
Things never stop happening to me, Peter. Let's get a drum roll
for the first one, or the
5.
or the 5th one. Oh, the 5th one.
Sorry, my hands are full with water.
She's got water in her hands right now. She couldn't clap. Yeah,
what are you doing?
Well, we lost. We couldn't afford any more cups at the Theodore Brothers Theater, so everyone just has to use their hands when they need a drink refill.
No, I just had to refill my water bottle. I'm just feeling parched. Sorry.
Everyone, take a quick water break. Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
A sponsor.
I'm gonna drink something. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink something too. Water. A sponsor. Stay hydrated.
Water is.
Ooh.
All right. Here we are then. Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5 is a film from the year 2000, and it's called Sexy Beast. And it stars
This is gonna be another
Ray
one of those
Winston,
segments.
Ben Kingsley, and Ian McShane. Yeah. It's very darkly funny. Strange little movie. Highly regarded in general. Ben Kingsley plays a little British gangster, so he's very different than playing Gandhi, for instance.
Yeah, can we talk about how weird that is that he played Gandhi?
Yeah.
That's weird. And I didn't, I saw that movie when I was 12, and I obviously was like, oh, look at that Indian man, And then to grow up and be like, oh, he played Gandhi? What? Who allowed that?
I mean...
Who allowed, would that fly today? No.
No. I mean, Willem Dafoe played Jesus.
I mean, but Jesus is also widely regarded as a white man. Even though he's not, but Also,
Right.
Mel Gibson played Jesus, Jesus was certainly not Australian.
All right, mate.
He didn't play him. He directed a movie about him.
But didn't he also...
Starring Jesus.
He didn't play Jesus?
No, it was,
Oh my gosh.
a younger character.
Oops.
Still.
I don't know if I've ever... No, I don't think I've ever seen it, actually. I don't know.
Oh, no, I've never seen those
Passion
movies.
of the Christ.
Yeah, I just know that Willem Dafoe played Jesus
No.
himself.
That's the Last Temptation of Christ, directed by Martin Scorsese. Scorsese.
Or does he?
Whereas Mel Gibson directed The Passion of the Christ with Jim Caviezel.
Huh. Well, I've only seen,
Jim Caviezel is a little weasel.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'll be doing
okay.
Cockney rhyming slang of everybody's names
Just
tonight.
bring that into The Last Passion of Christ, a very lighthearted movie.
Yeah.
only
It's got
seen,
David Bowie in it.
What?
You're blowing my mind tonight, dude. What is happening? What?
David Bowie was in that movie?
Yeah, he was. I don't know.
He's the devil.
What?
No, he's not.
And yes, he is. No, he's not the devil. He's
in the Passion of the
one
Christ?
of the Romans. He's one of the Romans. I think he's Pontius Pilate.
Oh my gosh.
The way you said it, he was the devil in that. And I'm like, wait, what? It was that movie? Wait, which one?
So confusing.
Somebody played the devil, didn't they?
I don't. I've only seen like one part of that movie, and it was really scarring, and I won't watch it.
Number 4.
Woo! Number 4 is called The League of Gentlemen.
The League of Gentlemen, not The Gentlemen. The League of Gentlemen.
No, but that may be a little bit of an homage there.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Yeah. Because this is a quintessential classic British crime movie, The League of Gentlemen, 1960.
Oh.
About a group of highly trained army men turned bank robbers. It's got Jack Hawkins, Nigel Patrick.
Nigel.
Ritchie. Oh, actually, it does have somebody you might know, Richard Attenborough.
Wow.
Rich!
When he was a baby.
Gotta take a Richard real quick here.
Stop.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't think Attenborough rhymes with anything, buddy.
Edinburgh. Kinda.
Attenborough?
Edinburgh.
Oh, this is getting quite surreal.
Okay.
Let's move swiftly along to number 3. Now, I'd highly recommend this film from 1971 with our friend Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. No, that's Michael Caine. Not Michael Caine. Michael Caine.
Okay.
Cocaine.
Yeah, do the Dark Knight bit. Go on.
I can't. Hold on. It was a ruby, the size of a tangerine.
Well, this is the movie that made Michael Caine a star.
Which one was it?
Made him a ruby.
Get Carter, the original from 1971, the brutal British crime film where,
What's it called?
Get Carter?
Get Carter?
I'm sorry, my accent's
full
too much
American
for
there.
Get
Yeah,
Carter?
so Michael Caine plays Carter, who's a hardcore kind of hitman character, who finds out his brother's been killed, and he comes back to London and just wrecks shop, trying to find out who did it. It's hardcore, it's rated R, it's amazing. Get Carter.
You know my favorite Michael Caine movie? Just guess. You'll know. I mean, you can probably guess if you know his filmography.
Batman?
No.
Is it Lady Bird?
No, he's not Lady Bird. It's Miss Congeniality.
Never seen it. Never seen it.
Oh, dear.
He plays Sandra Bullock's
That would be it.
like beauty pageant coach, basically. And
Number 2.
it's really good, okay? Teaches her how to be a lady. It's like the best makeover
teaches her how to be a
montage
lady?
ever. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Number 2.
That's a
My
classic.
favorite role with him would probably be the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, I love the Muppets.
Oh, man. Love it.
I want to see that now, even though it's
Yeah.
Ruby, the size of a tangerine. I'm sorry, Master Wayne. I found you.
Oh, God, stop.
That's when he died.
It makes me
thought
so sad.
That's when he thought he died. But then he saw him in France.
Okay.
Spoilers.
You're right. Okay, I have to remember that.
Batman lives.
I do want Michael Caine to live forever.
Oh, he will.
Okay.
Number...
All right.
two.
Well, number 3. Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2. Am I the only one doing the drum roll?
Thank you, Peter, for joining in.
You're welcome. My thighs are hurting.
Number 2 is a film from 2004, directed by Matthew Vaughn, who was previously Guy Ritchie's producer on his first 2 films. And he kind of went out on his own with his own British crime movie, which starred a younger Daniel Craig, pre-Bond.
Pre-Bond.
Kind of, yeah, it's kind of like you watch the movie and you can see why they made him James Bond. You know, he's cool, he wears suits, and he fights people.
Nice.
Yeah, you can definitely see it's sort of like an audition reel for James Bond. But it's a good little movie on its own. It's got Daniel Craig, Sienna Miller, and Michael Gambon, and a young Tom Hardy.
Oh.
Whoa. What's this movie called?
Yeah, what's it called?
Layer Cake.
Layer Cake.
Layer Cake.
Yeah, it's very enjoyable. I would recommend it.
Why that name?
It's a bit it's a bit more of a serious tone than Guy Ritchie's films, but it's very dynamic and fun as well.
I do love it.
Lots of quirky characters.
Does Tom Hardy have long hair in this movie?
Does he have hair?
Long hair.
Does he have hair still?
Like, shoulder length hair, like he did in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy?
No, he's got slicked back hair. He's part of... So Daniel Craig is basically a drug dealer who has a little... He wants to retire from his little operation. And I think...
That kind of sounds like The Gentleman.
Yeah, it's funny that, isn't it?
Isn't it?
He's got a little group of friends, and then everything gets complicated.
As things usually do.
Yeah.
Okay, what's number one?
Number one is Guy Ritchie's Snatch from the year 2000. Not surprising, this movie is a lot of fun, very popular. It won hands down on our poll.
Nice.
On Twitter. And it's fast-paced, it's funny, it's clever.
It's everything you want.
Yeah. It's what?
He said it's everything you want.
It's everything you want. It has all the meat. It's got a great little cast of characters with... But what's even better is the characters they play. So like Vinnie Jones is a footballer. He plays a character called Bullet Tooth Tony. Benicio del Toro's in it as a character called Frankie Four Fingers.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta see this.
There's an old... Yeah, no, you would love it, Peter. There's an old mobster called Bricktop.
What?
I do love that Henry Golding's character in The Gentleman. His name was Dry Eye.
Yeah, Dry Eye.
I just thought that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of fun there. And the main characters would be Jason Statham, Brad Pitt, Benicio del Toro, Lenny James, who is in The Walking Dead quite a bit these days.
Okay.
Sort of, yeah. Anyway, it's good fun.
All right. Well, there you have it. Top
I honestly can't believe you've not seen it, but...
What are you talking about?
The next time we speak, I want you to have seen it.
Okay, I'll make that work.
We have a homework assignment.
Thank you.
Put it on 32 speed.
All right. Coming up,
Hot Gas.
Welcome back. It is now time for Hot Gas.
Hot Gas.
A few things to talk about. Let's start with the sad news, and then we'll move into the happy news.
Oh, man.
I know, we do have to acknowledge it, though.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant and his daughter passed away on Sunday in a helicopter crash, which, you know what?
With 3 other people, mind you.
7 other people.
No, it was not.
There was 9 people total.
The number kept going.
Yeah, well, they, probably took a while to figure out who was all on it.
That was a big helicopter.
It was mostly people on his daughter's basketball team because they were going to a tournament. Like the coach and a mom, a couple moms. Yeah, pretty terrible.
It's something that you can't make up. It just
kind of, it reminds me of like when Michael Jackson died, which was in 2010, and like just like I kind of feel like I'll always remember where I was when I heard that,
Mm-hmm.
when you first hear it, because it's just like
he's a legend.
Yeah, someone who's like so well known across in the whole world, is well known, and and he was just really young, 41. It's just like, I don't know, I can't talk about it because I'll cry again. I pretty much cried while I was in public. I was painting ceramics.
Painting ceramics.
And I like got an email notification, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I just spend the whole time like not crying, even though I'm not even a huge fan of his, you know, like, but I just
millions
like,
of people.
He's just always, you know
who he is.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just always been there.
We just had the news on at the Theater Brothers Theater. We have a couple
really?
TVs. Yeah, over by the bar. We have a bar, and so yeah, we were all just chilling, sitting there, and we glance over, and it's like breaking news or whatever the thing said. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh,
crazy. Also, it is crazy. Like another like small aircraft crash, like I just feel like
weird?
I just feel like there's so many of them, and it freaks me out because it's like it can go wrong so quickly, and it's like the pilot has been flying for forever, it's like it doesn't even matter, it can just change. I don't know, it spooks me. I've never been in a small aircraft like that. I don't know if I could, scares me. But let's move on. Happier times. Grammy Awards.
The Grammys
happened on Sunday night also.
Are these the awards your grandmother gives out?
Yeah, how is she, by the way?
Oh my gosh. Don't call my grandmother Grammy, first of all.
But that's what they were named after.
They're named after a gramophone.
Like a grandma's phone?
No, a gramophone. Like the original, the OG record player.
Look at my new phone here. Is it on?
Oh my gosh. Anyway.
Is this thing on?
All I want to say is Billie Eilish won 5 Grammys, including all 4 of the big ones. Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Album of the Year, and Best New Artist.
What was the Song of the Year?
Bad Guy.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And I was rooting for either her or Lizzo to win it all, and so I'm happy. Lizzo won 3 Grammys.
Oh, wow.
So she didn't walk away empty-handed.
Dude.
She opened up the Grammys singing 'Cause I Love You and Truth Hurts, and she was phenomenal. And like I was like crying watching it because I was just so proud of her. Like, just like what an awesome cap to the year of her breaking out and like, finding fame and, winning a bunch of awards. And she's just a great performer. All of her live performances on TV or award shows, they're always different. It's not, she doesn't do the same thing like some other artists do where it's like they're doing the same kind of staging.
She breaks the mold every time.
Every time she does, she it's arranged in a different way, or has different kinds of dancers, She's just fantastic. And Billie performed When the Party's Over, which is a really great song, with her brother. And her brother also won 5 Grammys. So between the 2 of them, they won 10, which is, like, it's
They're
amazing.
so young, dude.
I know.
It's
she
crazy.
just turned 18, So it's really, really cool that, it's just really cool that she got recognized. And she's just, like, a really sweet person. And it's just cool that she's getting recognized. I do hope that she doesn't, that it's not, like, a one-hit wonder kind of thing. I don't think it will be. I hope not.
She's had way too many one-hit wonders at this point.
Yeah. So I was very pleased. Also, Tyler, the Creator, won an award.
Nice.
Won Best Rap Album for Theodore. And his speech was really cute, and his mom came on stage with him. And, like, his best friend, like, forever. And his best friend was carrying a Switch, which I thought was really funny, like a Nintendo Switch. And he was just, like, really excited, because he's like, I never really get recognized, by the rap community, like, like this. And so for him to win an award, it's just like, I don't know. It was just touching. I really did have a great time watching. And they were long, I will say. Long.
That's why I don't really watch those.
They went until 10:45.
Oh, God.
It went 15 minutes over, and I'm exhausted, So it's like 9:45 rolls around. It's like, man, I want to go to bed, but like I don't want to miss it. I hate missing award shows. Like I really like the big ones because I hate missing all of the little moments. And for me, I just think it's fun, and I just don't like reading about it the next day and not having seen it myself.
Right,
so it's like,
right.
But man, 10:45. It was scheduled to go till 10:30, and I just am just exhausted. I can't do it. Mm-hmm. So, yep. Anyway, can't remember. Alicia Keys hosted, and this was her second year hosting. She hosted last year too, and I want to say she was making me cry all night because she was like, obviously everyone, and the Grammys were in Staples Center, which is where the Lakers play. And they've been in New York for, like, the past couple of years. So, like, the fact that they were playing, like, the Grammys were happening where the Lakers play is just, like, crazy. And they had Kobe's numbers lit up all night. And, like, it was just really, it was...
They did?
Yeah, she did a really good job of, like, recognizing the tragedy and the sadness, but then, like, wanting to, like, lift people up. She was great. Also, John Legend and DJ Khaled performed their song that they did with Nipsey Hussle called Higher, which is a really great song if you haven't heard it. And it won for, like, best rap.
Oh, wow.
Rap group performance or whatever. And they also, like... had Nipsey's picture up the whole time, and then they also had Kobe's, so it was, you know, and the song...
Man, if you weren't crying before, you're definitely gosh.
That song is really good, and I've been listening to it all year, and they released it right after Nipsey died. Like, it was meant to come out then anyway, and it's just, like, a really good song, you know, about how they're trying to lift themselves higher, you know, so it's just, like, it's just crazy. It's just, like, spooky how topical it is, so... It was just, I thought it was a really good show. I was really highly impressed. I will say Ariana Grande walked away with nothing.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And she had like 5 nominations.
She's got time.
Very unhappy. I am.
Her what?
Her stans.
Stans.
You know, stan. You know, like fans.
Oh, but
like
there's
crazy fans.
Oh.
They're called stans. It's from that Eminem song "Stan." You've never heard of that?
No, I know what you're talking about now. I just kind of hit it like a dumb moment there.
That's all right.
Like brain dead.
People are upset that she didn't win, but you know,
doesn't mean she's not good.
No, I mean, she got the nominations. It's like she broke all these records for her songs on Thank You Next, so you know that's what's important. And she seemed okay with it. Like she wasn't throwing a fit. Billie even said when she won Album of the Year, she's like, "Man, I wanted Ariana to win this. Like everyone's gonna hate me." But I don't know. Yeah. They also, I will say the one weird moment during the Grammys was they did a Prince tribute, and Usher was singing, like, the Prince songs along with Sheila E., who's one of Prince's longtime collaborators. But then FKA Twigs, who's a singer and a dancer and an actress, she was in Honey Boy. She's the girl who lived across the way. She was just dancing the whole time, like pole dancing. Which she's an amazing pole dancer. She's got the craziest core strength. It's like unbelievable. But she didn't sing, and that's just so bizarre to me because she's like
just there.
She's like number one. Her number one thing is that she's a singer, and she just released an album.
She's humble, man. She don't even need to sing.
But it's just crazy. It's just kind of weird that they didn't ask her to sing at all. You know, like she didn't hop on for the chorus or anything. It was just kind of like. It was just kind of weird. And they announced that she was there, you know. It was like, oh, Usher with Sheila E. and FKA Twigs. And then, like, you don't hear from her. It's just, like, weird, you know. Weird. But, yeah.
Weird. SNL thing, right? You wanted to...
Oh, my gosh. SNL, yeah. Adam Driver, a podcast fave, hosted SNL. And it was his 3rd time hosting. And he's hilarious. He really is, like, such a good SNL host. And he plays such intense... roles, but he's so game for anything, you know. He's like, he goes to SNL and he is so down to be goofy, and I just like I just love it. His monologue was him just like being chill and like just like taking it slow and easy, you know, and then like obviously breaking into like his intensity that everyone always thinks that he's as intense as his characters. It was just so funny. I also want to mention on Weekend Update, Melissa Villaseñor she sang songs about the Oscar nominees, and like it was all like I can't replicate it. It's so funny, but she was like singing about them, and then she would end each song about the movies with white male rage. Like it's about like how each movie that got nominated is about white male rage, and then she talked about Little Women and how like Greta was snubbed because there wasn't enough white male rage like in the movie. Hilarious. Like it was a really great song, little segment.
Yeah.
I appreciated it because I feel the same way.
I'm still waiting for
we retweeted it onto it's been retweeted onto the Real Butter show.
Nice. See, I'm on Twitter now right now at the moment, so
I'll retweet as well. I just it kind of pisses me off that Adam Driver is just like good at anything at this point. Like anytime he does
like
something,
so
I'm like,
talented,
oh my god, enough, dude.
It's like need some for the rest of us, right?
Yeah.
I know. But you know what? He deserves it. You know, like
That's what makes me even more angry. I'm like,
No.
God, you
like can't even be like
Yeah,
he's like
yeah.
a nice guy, so
Yeah.
you can't even be mad at him. I know. I loved him since Girls, since he was in Girls. Have you ever seen that show?
What are you, perfect, huh? What are you?
It's so good.
Yeah.
He's so good. Anyway.
Well, we could fangirl
Yeah,
over him.
I just can't sit here and
We're
talk
his
about-
stans.
I am an Adam Driver stan. I will admit it. I will take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proudly.
All right. I did go to New York last summer just to see him perform in a play.
Okay, you are a stan.
So,
Amanda's a stan of
I
Adam Driver.
I have seen him in his underwear, not to brag.
Woohoo!
Okay, we gotta stop this.
On that good note,
I'm blushing.
we don't know what the next Buttercast is, but of course it's gonna happen. So
Yeah.
stay tuned. Catch you later, Butterheads.